missing these bumps on the road so I can just cruise to this. Living my life on the road, I'm trying to get used to this. And when they throw dirt, I just act like a broom to this. Trying to stay true to this, even when they lie on me. World on my
All right, thanks, Coach. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. They do it big here in Houston, and a second ago it was a Texas-sized welcome for their hometown guys. They're fired up and ready to go as they get set to match up with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now a first carry for Lamar Miller. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And the offense there, the O-line, everybody really on offense, they were just manhandled at the point of attack.
Yeah, you could pretty much call them all out, couldn't you? Almost by name, right? That was a very tough sequence for the offensive line. But how about that defensive front creating a new line of scrimmage and creating a lost yardage possibility?
Completion left side to Miller. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. Now Watson. And he finds his man Griffin. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A very solid gain of 27. From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On first down, it's Watson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, they remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on 3rd down to bring up 4th.
Richmond.
On 4th down, Watson. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Vic Beasley coming hard that time. He's able to run him down for a loss of 12. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. The former Indiana Hoosier here, Tevin Coleman. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on second down.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he's brought down. Ryan to Jones, the Falcon connection there for a first.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Let's go.
Now Ryan. This one complete to Mohamed Sanu. And he'll go down at the 28. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
They sure put the coverage guys in a stress on that one. They thought they were going deep. Ends up curling inside for a nice...
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 3rd down and a yard to start things out.
Gun! Get up! Ready, go!
This is Coleman. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
Hey, express! Hey, stop! Hey, let's go! Ready, go!
On first down, Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, the 40, the 30, 10. And they will score a pick 6 for the Texans TD.
Did I just see what I thought I saw? Did I just see what I thought? That had to be. Come on, say it for me. Say it for me. Who picked up that pass?
The free safety.
Oh, you got to have those great skills back there. Eyes, anticipation, great hands. And, of course, how about the fluid moves afterwards to take it all the way to the house?
Sounds like you're watching your old game film up here in your head.
Yeah, that's the dream I had of being that player. I just never was.
Now the Falcons offense, they get ready to head back out here. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Flushed out right. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. They were trying to get the connection with a former Buckeye, Braxton Miller. That'll bring up 2nd down. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing again is Watson. Flush to his right. This is caught. And he doesn't quite make it. They do stop him, but he gets it all the way down to the 1. 23 yards on the play.
Reset. Come back.
Here's Watson. Quick slant caught. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. In for the score. And the Texans will extend their lead.
The big fella was the recipient there for that touchdown pass, and it seems like more and more the tight end is the guy you have to worry about most in the passing game.
Fairbairn now to kick this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. Here are the Falcons as their offense heads back onto the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 20.
And got his man complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A big play there, Ryan to Jones, 44 yards. So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory, down at the 31.
Hey, let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. DJ Reader breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On 2nd down, Ryan. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there and gets the good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Here's Ryan to throw. It's caught. Jones. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 to the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Houston after this timeout. Here's Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Falcons have cut it to within a score. Bryant tacks on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Texans offense, they head back out to do battle here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. On 2nd and 10, Watson. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Vic Beasley in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. And now a timeout defensively by the Falcons, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Tiger, tiger, tiger. Richmond, Richmond.
Watson. Throw left side taken in by Miller. And he will have a 1st down as they get him to the ground at the 37. That one goes for 24 yards. Watson now 6 of 10 in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st down here. On 1st down, Watson escaping the pressure right. Going deep for Hopkins. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect. That was close to a big play, and just a little bit too far that he was led. He caught it but couldn't stay in bounds, Charles.
Yeah, I'm not very good at these sort of things, but I have to believe the farther you are downfield, the less your margin for error in throwing the ball, correct?
Yep.
Yeah, so they gave it a good effort there. Really tried, just couldn't complete it.
Back to to the air. Watson on second down. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Vic Beasley in there to get him his second sack now of the afternoon. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Going to need something special here on 3rd and long after that sack. What does Watson have in his arsenal? Back to throw, Watson. Dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. He'll wind up getting 4 yards there on his own, but it also brings up 4th down. Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. On 4th down, here's the veteran Shane Leckler to punt it away. Justin Hardy deep for Atlanta. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
23 yards on the play. They'll throw on first down with Ryan. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 15 yards through the air and a first down. And now they come up and spike it to stop the clock. Final play of the half. It's Ryan. Going up top. And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we send you to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach? On the return, here's Justin Hardy. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now the Falcons offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Now Ryan on first down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Zach Cunningham with a pick. So he actually goes back about 9 yards on the return, but the interception is clean, and they have the pigskin, and they take over. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48.
Richmond.
After the interception, here's Watson. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down. On 2nd down, here's Watson. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Tack McKinley able to get in there and drop him behind the line. The Texans on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Watson. Caught here by Griffin. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup. On 1st and 10, Watson. And he's got some space here. And avoids the contact by sliding. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy because you know he can throw the football, but how about his use of legs as well? What we call those broken plays, you can't account for them.
Yeah, those plays, those 2 that you just mentioned, a microcosm really of how he can hurt you. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. Call it a gain of 5. And that'll make this a 2nd down.
Black dirty out, Philly. Richmond.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down for about 4 yards down to the 15.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
The Texans on third down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Richmond.
And with the play clock running low, Bill O'Brien's going to signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively.
Come back.
Out of the gun, Watson. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So put another 3 on the board. All things considered, a good opening drive to begin the 3rd quarter.
And as a defense, the way that this game is going, you're excited to see those points go on the board. Getting a little bit of leeway to play with when they're out on the field, but they're real excited to see their offense score. Now they get to go out there and do their part.
And here now come the Falcons. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Connects with Sanu right side. And he's able to get this one up to the 45-yard line. 23 yards on the play. Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. Staying on his feet. But in the end, the pressure too great, and he goes down. J.J. Watt in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Ryan on 2nd down. Here's Sanu on the catch. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
On 1st and 10, Ryan, left side completion to Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Defensively here, you've got the cushion, but back-to-back pretty big pass plays there. Bend but don't break, but are they bending too much?
I think that they are. To me, it'd be like playing basketball. When you put up a token press, make sure you get up there and make them eat up some time. Make it a little bit of resistance so they can't just run it right down your throat.
It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll make it a second down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on second down. Now Ryan. His throw here's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's 3rd and short.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. And it's complete. Hooper. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal.
Gun!
It's Coleman here, and he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Tevin Coleman punching it in from a yard away, and the Falcons draw a bit closer. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Falcons grab it. And they will take over at the 29-yard line.
When you kick off and you go downfield and get the ball back, that's what I call a great opportunity.
In a one-score game, I always circle, and you know this, but in my play-by-play sheet, I circle big plays. It could be turning points. This could be a turning point.
Did you put a second circle around this one? This is pretty big.
I put a star. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Definitely too early to panic, but that is his 4th carry of the game, and collectively has in total 10 yards. So maybe there's no panic, but maybe some concern.
Yeah, and maybe a little concern up front because they're not giving him any space right now. Ryan forced out to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Here's Ryan. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Jadeveon Clowney in there to take him down and to take us to the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And Bryant's kick is good. And we are all tied here in the final stages. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the 4th quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
And now out comes Houston. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Come back.
Now it's Watson. Eluding the pressure right. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up third. So back-to-back incompletions, now 3rd and 10. And first things first, before you think about marching the ball down the field, you got to move the chains.
You're exactly right. Got to get back into focus here. Get the first down. That's what's vital to them.
The Texans on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Watson. Throw left side, complete. It's Fuller. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Watson now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now Watson. Flushed out right. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Will Fuller was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Watson now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Fuller. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Watson on 1st down. Throw left side, complete. That's Fuller. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down. On 1st down, it's Watson. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brian Poole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, they thought they were going to break the tie. The defense had other plans. They were already in field goal range. But boom, an interception.
I don't know if this was a case of being a little bit too greedy with the opportunity to put points on the board, but give credit to the guys on the defensive side. Hung in there, battled, and made a key play.
And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Ryan. He's going to rifle one deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Let's go. 11.
Here's Coleman. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. A gain of 3, 2nd down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining.
Not much happening there on 1st down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So it's all up to the other Matty Ice. Matt Bryant now. With 3 seconds to go, this for the win. And his kick is good. And the Falcons are going to win the game. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.